there?
Live from the bunker, where we send funky savages to Funky Town. Get your anti-savage devices ready!
What up, though, Kaboom? I realized that. What up, Seconds? What up, Seconds Count? Appreciate you, brother. Much love and respect. You hear me? I'm trying to make some adjustments. Pay me no mind. Here we go. Oh, I don't. Okay. How y'all doing out there this Thursday morning? Appreciate y'all. I'm just vibing out. I was supposed to have did this live last night, but we went and saw a very sucky movie. I should have just watched it on on them apps. Y'all know what I'm talking about, them apps. I should have just watched it free on the apps, but fuck it, I just wanted to get out the house, me and the first lady. But let me tell you something, man. The movie that I'm going to be in is going to be better. It's going to be better. You feel me? It's going to be fucking better. And I ain't saying that shit because I'm in the movie. How was your day, Seconds Count? How was your day? I'm at the mix that. I don't like the mix. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing when I thought I was mixing that song. But anyway, I was expecting What Up to be in the building tonight, but that nigga probably somewhere fucking or something. We kind of had a debate. So I'm gonna make this shit short and motherfucking sweet because I'm vibing out to the music right now. You never use your gun or pull your gun out of anger. You never pull your gun. You don't chase nobody. You don't like if you security or the topic at hand was on one of my previous lives, y'all. I had showed a news clip of a gunshot. It was a thief. A savage went up in the gun shop, and you know how he was acting like he was gonna buy some guns, right? And he snatched him off the counter and ran out. One of the employees took chase and shot at him. Now, I'm hearing that he shot at the employee first. Anywhere it go, man, don't take your ass outside. If they don't made it outside, leave it up to the police. I wouldn't be having no shootouts. Your employee don't give a fuck about you. Your employer don't give a fuck about you. They will replace you. They'll pay for your funeral or help you pay for your funeral if you go out there and get yourself killed. Or you may end up killing somebody innocent. A bullet ain't got no names on it, y'all. So what if one of those bullets, one of those strays would have just hit somebody innocent that didn't have nothing to do with nothing? You're going to prison, not jail. You're going to prison. So my whole philosophy is only use your gun when you got to. You know what I'm saying? Only use your gun if if your life is being threatened and you got imminent fear of deadly fatal bodily harm coming to coming towards you. So that's when you use your gun. Don't be trying to chase somebody over some material shit, because the minute that you're doing, I get it, it's kind of hard to have this conversation. I don't have nobody on the panel to kind of go back and forth with, so I gotta kind of play devil's advocate. I get it. I'm tired of thieves too, taking your shit that you don't work hard for, or me. If it's my shit, yeah, I'm gonna take that shit personal. I'm gonna want to do something to you. But see, the minute you get caught up in your emotions, and shit, it never ends well. It never ends well. So if somebody don't got away, let them go. Let them go. Because the minute that you get in pursuit of them and a chase or a shootout happen, you're responsible for every bullet that leaves that barrel. Every time you squeeze that trigger, it's going to eject that projectile. And like I said earlier, bullets don't have names on them. So why even take the chance of putting yourself in a situation like that? Because I know you gassed up on your emotions and how you feel, but you got to always anticipate. What up though, zombie? You got to always anticipate, what if shit go left? What if shit go left? You know what I'm saying? So just, if you don't have to, don't fucking do it. Don't do it. It's not
live from the bunker where we
It ain't worth it.
funky ass savages, the funky town. Get your anti-savage devices.
What's going on, zombie?
Savages, stanky stank.
I know you say you from Spain or something like that, man. We ain't Gun Freak Nation. We Gun Freak International. You know what I'm saying? So I want to, say thank you to everybody that tuned in. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you so much, more than you will ever know. I appreciate you. Thank you. Even the ones that's don't want me to know who they are. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes y'all is the ones that perplex me, because y'all watching, but y'all being shy about the shit. Y'all don't want me to know who you are, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. I still love you anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no hatred in my heart. I promise you, I don't. I'm only gonna have hatred in my heart.
Where we send funky ass savages to funky town. Get your anti-savage devices ready. Savages, stanky stank.
Stanky stank. I'm doing well, my friend. Thank God. Just busy with homework. I'm all done with it now. How are things with this? Oh man. God is good. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in the land of living. I'm still in the land of living. So, you know, I'm just thankful. You know what I'm saying?
Where we send funky ass savages to Funky Town. Live from the bunker where we send funky ass savages to Funky Town. Live from the bunker. Live from the bunker, live from the bunker, live from the bunker where we send funky ass savages.
You know what, man? You can mute me now.
Savages to Funky Town, live from the bunker.
That's what I'm talking about. You're a righteous brother. You feel me? You're a righteous ass brother. You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's hard for me to practice what I preach. You know, I probably would have put the beam on their asses just to scam, not to shoot, but to put the beam on their ass so they can see that fucking beam and know I got your ass in sight. But the minute that you do that, you don't set yourself up for them to respond. So what if shit go left? What if, you know, you would have put that beam on them and they would have shot back and that's it. You up out of here. Just that fast. So we got to be critical when we in a situation like that, that you always got to have this at the forefront of your mind, of your brain. You always got to have what if. See what I'm saying? What if the situation go left? Remember, how many of y'all remember
Savage, you must go. He'll send you to Funky Town. The jet set and my rolling sunny.
I appreciate you, brother. You all right, man. You all right. At the end of the day, brother,
just funky savage.
None of that shit really matters. You know what I'm saying? All that really matters is the love that we have for our family and for our loved ones. That's all that really matters at the end of the day. The devil will try to knock you off your square. He'll try to knock you out of your square. He'll try to get at you. But you got to resist that shit. We only human. We're all emotional. You know what I'm saying? Human beings. Emotional creatures. It's all right. It's only natural to feel the emotions of, you know, anger and hate and shit. You know what I'm saying? But we can't let that shit consume us. You know what I'm saying? We got to stay righteous. That's what God intended us, you know, to be. But we living in a devilish world, a wicked ass world. You feel me? And we all got some savage in us. We all got a little bit of savage in us, and that's necessary. That's required. That's required to have that. Because guess what? If we fucking don't, then they're gonna come in there and just run over us. We not no fucking pushovers. We not no pushovers. But we not no initiators either. I got my shit, my guns are strictly for protection. Because guess what, y'all? Ain't nobody coming to save you. when the shit really hits the fan, nobody's coming to save you. You know who can save you? Only you can save you. Only you can save you. Nobody else can save you. And I wouldn't try to dump that important responsibility off on somebody else. It's not to be trusted, man. You know, so many people still should be here, but because of a split-second decision that they made, it cost them their life. You feel me? What up, though, Devin? I'm going to make a video soon, bro. You know what, Zombie? Am I subscribed to your am I subscribed to your channel? Because I need to subscribe to it. I think I am though. So, you know, YouTube play games sometimes, man. They, you know, First Lady, I uploaded that video. Shit is weird. She just got the notification that I uploaded that video like 3 hours ago. Come on, YouTube, you got to get it together. But I will say, YouTube, thank you for lifting that shadow ban. Or maybe it might have just been my motherfucking ass. And people just been, I don't know. I'm not going to blame it on YouTube 100%. I did a lot of shit to pretty much undermine my shit, man. But now my shit gaining traction again. I got 97 new subscribers in the last goddamn week. God, what did I do? All I can say is I love y'all and I appreciate y'all for rocking with the Gun Freak Nation. Cause this shit ain't about me. It's bigger than me. This is a fucking movement. You feel me? It's a movement, man. And in this movement, we don't go by no race. We don't go by no sex. We don't go by no religion. We go by the spirit, by the soul, which don't have no color. You know what I'm saying? No gender, none of that. Be you, the true you, not what you think this world wants you to be. The true you, which is righteous. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. I don't give a fuck what color your skin is. You my brother and you my sister. Nothing can ever change that. It ain't nothing more, nothing less. This is the way God intended it to be. But a lot of people don't see it that way. A lot of these stinking ass savages out here that's running wild and just unaliving people and just making it, you know, living hell on earth. It is hell on earth. It is hell on earth. Ain't no fucking hell up under this ground, and there ain't no heaven up in the sky above the clouds. No. No. You got that shit right here and right now. And I'm not even trying to offend nobody. That's just my humble opinion. What up, though, Mr. 5728? What's good? How was y'all day? Fill me in. I need to talk to y'all. I don't have nobody. Oh, Saint the Willis, I love you, fam. And congratulations on them the twins that's in your life. That's in your life. Congratulations, brother. I know you're gonna do right by them twins of yours, you know. So I see why you've been busy. But I always will love you. And you can come on the show anytime you want, man. And rest be, man. Rest be. I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you, Rest be. And I don't say that to try to down your spirits. But come on, this is Don't be mad at me because I called you out when we was talking about Cyrus Belton, 14-year-old kid that was murdered by that mean-ass, evil-ass Rick Chow. And I just wanted to have a serious stream that night. And nephew, you came on there with that rig and them fake baby doll hands and all that, man. I just, but then again, I should have had a private conversation with you. Instead of throwing it on the live, I should have had a private conversation with you because I know personally you're going through some things. And that was fucked up on my part, and I want to sincerely apologize to you, nephew. Whether you pissed off at me or not, I still love you, and ain't nothing gonna ever change that. Okay? So I hope you watching this, nigga, because I love you. You started this shit when you adopted me as being your unc. So you can't divorce yourself from that. But anyway, y'all, man, you just got to be careful, man. It's so many hot-headed people out there that's, looking for a fight. They trigger happy. They looking for a fight. They not necessarily savages. When I say savages, I'm talking about the motherfucker that's trying to kidnap you and rape you and, do a home invasion on your house and just a demon. I'm talking about regular motherfuckers that just high-headed with a temper. They don't got their fucking concealed carry license, so now they think they the fucking police. They think that having that license gives them the right to pull their fucking gun if they get mad. That's I hate that shit. But there's so many people out there like that. Them the ones that's just as dangerous as the fucking savages. Beware of them.
Stanky savage, I warned you. We gon' freak the nation, yeah. We swarm through, talking wild. Now you laying on the ground. 300 black eyes send you straight to Funky Town. Hey, stanky savage, I warned you. Whole block marching when we storm through. Thought his jokes to the metal made a sound.
300
Michael
black
Jacob, send your ticket to Funky Town. Big mouth, small spine, all calf, offline. Typing like he 10 feet tall. Then you saw that car creep hard, hit a wall. Slide slow, painted plates taped up. Eyes wide, you ain't really that tough. Whole crew quiet, but the stare too loud. You the loudest online, now you lost in the crowd. Stanky savage, I warned you. We gon' freak the nation, yeah, we swarm through. Talk you wild, now you laying on the ground.
Anyway, man, listen. Do not fall for the devil's Funky Town traps. The devil, they'll try to, piss you the fuck off. Don't fall for it. Walk the fuck away. And if you got a job and you working and somebody's stealing, please. I don't give a damn how cool you is with your coworkers or the manager or whatever, man. Don't you ever risk your life for a funky ass store. All that shit got insurance on it, my nigga. Don't risk your life. All they gonna do is replace you. They gonna pay for your funeral, goddammit, and replace you. It ain't worth it at the end of the day. I remember it was a guard that worked at the company that I worked at. And it was a lady, out there getting robbed in the CVS. We did armed security for CVS. It was a lady getting carjacked in the parking lot. Didn't have shit to do with the store. The lady ran in there, help me. And the guard took his ass out there and got shot in the throat and died. And that's why we said that, at the company, they was like, don't take your ass. If somebody in there shoplifted and they make it out that door, the front entrance door, hey, they free. They don't got some free shit. I know I wasn't the nigga to be chasing somebody like I'm motherfucking Superman. Hell nah. Man, look, you got to take your life serious, man. These motherfuckers, once you listen, you got to take your life serious, man. The devil is out there, and you don't know when you're gonna encounter a motherfucker. You know, whether it's one of them hotheads or one of them funky ass savages, you got to be ready, savage ready, literally 24 motherfucking 7. You got to protect yourself and your family at all motherfucking times. And even when you at home, you better make sure it's something at home that they can use. And you know what I'm talking about, them Funky Town senders. You got to make sure. You got to make sure that you got. Damn, this motherfucker. My bad, y'all. I'm going to be right back. Listen, get your CPL, get your concealed carry license, but use that motherfucker for the right reason. Because there's some motherfuckers out there that will trigger you, that will piss you the fuck off. Trust me, I was one of them motherfuckers. Man. And through the grace of God, I'm still here. But don't be, you know what I'm saying? Don't make the same, you know, dumbass mistakes that I made. You feel me? Thank you for that sub. Hey, shout out to Austin, Texas. Like I say, baby, we Gun Freak Nation, but we Gun Freak International. Everybody is welcome here. I don't give a fuck. You know, Democrat, Republican, you know, liberal, conservative, even though some of you liberals really hate me when I, you know, the gun talk shit, you know what I'm saying? But I need y'all to understand that the only way a bad guy can be stopped, you know, a bad guy with a gun can be stopped and put down is by a good guy with a gun. And all cops ain't good guys. I mean, cops are good guys. We got a few bad ones, you know, mingled in, but the majority of them are heroes. You know what I'm saying? They put their life on the line every fucking day to protect us, to keep law and motherfucking order. Without that, man, without law and order, we got chaos and disorder. So they keeping law and order. We need that shit. Even though sometimes in my city, the city of Detroit, sometimes this shit feels, when I step out there and I see what's going on, it feels like it's lawless sometimes. And the fucked up part, kids, man, don't really have anywhere to play, because when you go to the playground and they be on that playscape, man, you got nothing but thugs and savages out there on the fucking playscape, drinking alcohol, smoking weed, and I know I shouldn't have done this shit, but I'm like, man, yo, why don't y'all chill and go over there? Them motherfuckers look like they was ready to gun me down. I said, you know what? I'm gonna just mind my own motherfucking business next time, because I live in a city where people die over the most dumbest shit. They willing to kill over the most stupidest, dumbest shit. My nephew, 3 years ago, October 1st, 3 years ago, got killed because he was pouring somebody a shot of tequila and he reached over a girl and I guess some of it spilled on her. So the nigga that she was with, you know, let me give y'all the backstory. This shit happened at my niece's birthday party, which is his sister. She rented a hall. It was like a cabaret style hall. She fucked up, didn't have security, and it, you know, hold on, y'all. I'm just saying, people die over the most dumb shit. The most stupidest shit. People are dying over, man. This shit, can't make this shit up. Anyway, that shit escalated to my nephew losing his life. Ain't that a bitch? So that shit hit home. That shit is personal. You feel me? We live in the motherfucking world, man. You can be here one day and gone the next. You think my nephew ever would have thought of going to his sister's birthday party? He would be murdered there? And here's the kicker. The niggas that did the shit was his so-called best friend's friend. Now, what kind of nigga invite niggas to a party that end up killing somebody you say y'all so close, y'all was calling each other brothers? This is why I say keep your fucking circle small. You can't trust no motherfucker. So yeah, this shit hit me personal. And you know what, man? I'm gonna keep it 1,000. My nephew shouldn't have pulled his gun knowing damn well he wasn't gonna use it. But when you got a motherfucker telling you don't pull your gun and they smiling and grinning at you, don't pull your fucking gun. That's what they told to my nephew. It was a nigga off to the side with his hands in his pocket. Dark-skinned nigga with 2 braids. I saw the fucking video. He had his hands in his pocket, and I noticed he strategically placed himself at a distance from the altercation his brother was having with my nephew. So the dude was like, don't pull it. So I know the type of nephew my nephew is. He gonna take that shit as you trying to punk him. So he pulled his gun, dropped it to the side. 2 seconds later, he took 7 to the chest. The nigga that was off to the side with his hands in his pocket. So my thing is, you apologize to his sister, my niece. But my question to you is, I don't really, I blame you, but I more so blame your bitch ass brother that egged this shit on and escalated this shit. But my nephew, you should have knew better. But when you're drinking and you're smoking, clouds your fucking judgment. So you played yourself, nephew. You made a fucking split split-second decision out of fucking anger because them bitch-ass niggas piss you the fuck off. I get it. They at your fucking birthday event. Well, not your event, but your sister's event. You surrounded by family. You felt safe with your family, and you want to protect your family. I just wish somebody would have been there that night. I wish I would have been there that night. And I swear to God that I wouldn't have never let that shit get that far. You know what I'm saying? I would have said, nip that shit in, fuck them niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Nephew was trying to make them niggas leave. He was trying to make them leave. And they didn't leave. And it was a standoff. And the nigga kept saying, don't pull your fucking gun. Don't pull it, nephew. If somebody telling you don't pull your fucking gun, see, the thing over there is when you into it, if you got a group of motherfuckers and you get into it with one of them, you got to look at all of the rest of them motherfuckers and see if you got to look for hands. If them motherfuckers got hands in their pockets or something, nephew, you played yourself. But you... I miss you. This is my nephew. This is the last picture that was took at the birthday party. And look what the fuck he got in his hand. I shouldn't be standing over your fucking grave. The fuck you die for, man? So, and here's the fucked up thing. The nigga that killed him, that was his brother, my nephew. The nephew was having words with, right? But my thing is, man, my nephew wasn't going to shoot you. He shouldn't have pulled the fucking gun. But my thing is, why in the fuck was you standing around watching the shit when you could have just simply grabbed your brother and said, let's get the fuck up out of here? You was waiting to see, was he gonna pull that fucking gun? So it ain't no fucking, don't come calling and apologizing, my nigga, but I still blame your fucking brother. And like I say, man, my nephew was loved by a lot of people, including me. So you gotta look over your motherfucking shoulders for the rest of your fucking life. And that's gotta be fucked up to live a life where you got to look over your fucking shoulders for the rest of your fucking life. My nephew was a good man. He was the type that if he saw somebody trying to rape an elderly woman, he would beat the fuck out of him. He would beat the brakes out of him. He was the type that was there no matter what. You can call him at 4 or 5 o'clock in the fucking morning. Hey, I need a jump. Hey, I got a tire flat. My tire is flat. He gonna get the fuck out of bed and he gonna make sure that you okay, man. It's like I say, man, it's always the good ones that, the devil take. It's always the fucking good ones, man. And this is why I stand on this shit. We got to be fucking armed. We got to. And we got to be smart. And if I'm gonna go somewhere and I'm armed, I'm not gonna consume or get high or get drunk. None of that shit. Because all that shit gonna do is throw your fucking judgment off and your reflexes. You can't. When you carrying your gun, you got to know how to fucking move. But I miss my nephew. Of all of the people that's died in my fucking family, his hit the worst. Because he was murdered. It's all right, man. You know, life ain't fair. You know what I'm saying? And don't never put yourself in a situation where the devil can get the drop on you. You know what I'm saying? Don't never ever put yourself in a situation, man. This is why I said don't never ever let your emotions overtake your intelligence. Because the minute that you do, you gonna fuck up and do something that you later gonna regret, or you're not gonna even be here to regret it. So you got to be live this world, have fun, but be cautious at the same fucking time. Because you don't know what's waiting around the corner. You don't know what's waiting around that corner. You don't know what the next day gonna bring, or what next week gonna bring, or next month. Think about this shit. Of all of the people that should be here, but they're no longer here because they wasn't being savage ready. They didn't have a gun to protect themselves. You feel me? I appreciate that, Jay. Man, my nephew hadn't even been 32 for a whole month. I think his birthday was like August the 8th or something like that. And he was killed. No, his birthday was September like the 8th or the 6th or either the 8th. He was killed. He was killed October 1st, 12:36 a.m. That's what the camera said, man. And because my nephew pulled his gun first, they was able to claim self-defense, and that's how they got out of it. They didn't spend not one night in jail. You know, that's some bullshit right there, man. I just feel like, how you gonna go and start some shit, be the aggressor, and then be told to leave, and when you don't leave, you know, you But like I say, man, you know, karma is a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And they know who I am. And he watches my videos and shit. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, don't try to reach out to me. Anyway, man, I love y'all, Gun Freak Nation. I didn't mean to get all emotional and shit on you, but you know, this is my my nephew who I dearly love. You know what I'm saying? That I think about him all the time. Like, if he was still here, I'd be like, nephew, you got to come on the live, man. Gun Freak Nation gonna love your fucking ass. You got to come. He was just one of the coolest brothers, man. And he had 2 daughters. That's why I'm even more pissed off. He had 2 daughters, man. 2. That's one of them right there. Damn, I miss you, man. God damn. God damn, man. This shit got me fucked up. Man, this shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? This shouldn't be. Thing over there is, he don't got kids over with. One day I gotta get mine over with. But one thing for sure and two for certain, I'm gonna try to be on this motherfucker as long as I can and try not to let the devil, get me jammed up in a situation where I lose my life, where I don't fail, where I don't took the bait, don't fail for the okie doke, and now I'm laying on the ground taking my last breath. I can't go out like that. And nephew, I would never forget you, and I always love you. I will always fucking love you. Your life meant something, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, we living in an evil, corrupt, wicked world, man. Where the devil, it seems like the devil is the ones that benefit. That's the type of world that we living in. Us righteous people are living in, man. We got forces out there that's trying to divide us, split us all up, have us hating each other and shit. Like look at the Nolan Rails case. I do think some foul play took place. It's stinking right now. It's stinking. It's beyond. It ain't smelling no more. It's stinking. It's obviously some foul play. But does that mean that it initiated? It was racially motivated? No. So it kind of broke my heart that certain people automatically assumed because he was with white people that they killed, that it was racially motivated. They killed him because he was black. And I just think that's fucked up, and I don't think that was the case. I think he was killed, but I think that shit had something to do with some jealousy shit over a girl. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up, but the media got their own agenda, man. They got their agenda. They got their own narrative that they want to follow. You got the left and then you got the right. But they both want us to be angry and blame each other for each other's issues, each other's problems. And you got to see beyond that shit. Yeah, I did some lives about Nolan Rail because it was intriguing. But then, I realized since Nolan Rail's been killed, it's probably 100 other motherfuckers that's done been killed. 100 blacks, 100 niggas, and not one time do you see anybody. You don't see no Al Sharpton. You ain't gonna see Benjamin Crump. You're not gonna see none of them niggas because they're not gonna give a damn. They're not gonna give a fuck. Because it ain't gonna benefit their narrative with their race hustling asses. And I'm sorry if I offend you, but that's just how I feel. I feel like we should be just as upset, even, matter of fact, even more upset when we do that shit to ourselves. We shouldn't just give a fuck because somebody white did it, man. Make that shit make sense. Make it make sense. This is why in the Gun Freak Nation don't come in here with no racial bullshit. It won't be tolerated. It will not stand. We past that shit. We're beyond that. We're light years beyond that. To me, that's some prehistoric shit. Racism, that's prehistoric. Even the caveman, that's beyond the fucking caveman. You got to be a stupid, dumb, imbecile motherfucker to think just because of your skin, you better than the next person. Or you judging a book by its cover. You an ignorant, dumb motherfucker, and you need to turn your life over to God. And he'll get you back on track. Because you've been up under the devil's influence for, But that's why we seeing all this shit play out. The war over there in the Middle East, man, I swear to God, it looked like the beginning of World War fucking 3. I don't know how Trump got lured into that trap. It was Benjamin Netanyahu. But this shit looking like it's gonna be a never-ending one of them long, drawn-out conflicts, just like Afghanistan and Iraq, man. The thing of it is, go on and sit in the boots, you get the shit over with. You ain't gonna take over shit if you ain't got no fucking boots to hold territory. If it ain't no boots on the ground, then nigga, the Iranians know that shit. Oh shit, they just gonna throw some more tomahawks at us. They gonna throw some more missiles at us. We can survive that shit. It's a whole different situation when you got a fucking army coming at you and you holding ground. That's the only way at this point right now. That's the only way that war gonna end. Because think about this shit, nigga. Put yourself in the enemy's shoes. If Trump and Netanyahu don't killed your father, killed your infant baby daughter, killed your wife, I don't know about the mother. Would you want to negotiate with the motherfuckers that done that shit? That's gonna wipe out half of your fucking family, and you want to make a deal and negotiate with them, huh? So put yourself in that person's. You know, that's how you be unbiased. That's how I go about things. I try to look at things from the other person's perspective. So nah, man, they don't want no peace. They don't want no negotiating, no deal or nothing like that. They want vengeance. That's what they want. They want vengeance. And you know, the whole motherfucking thing was, it was about regime change. You know, they had already had protesting out there in them streets, and they already tried to arm them protesters, the CIA, with weapons. And so they was like, well, shit, we might as well bomb the fuck out of them. And the people gonna rise up, and it's gonna, you know, it's gonna be a revolution. And they're gonna take, you know, they're gonna kick that regime, overthrow that regime. Well, guess what? The shit didn't go down like that. The shit didn't work. It didn't go down like that, man. So now this is why you looking at all this tit for tat shit. They lobbed some missiles at us. We bombed them. They lobbed some more missiles. When is this cat and mouse shit gonna come to an end? And in the meantime, my motherfucking gas is over $4. God damn it. I thought shit was gonna get better when Trump came into office. Better than that shit that the Biden put us through. You know what I'm saying? And I'm neither one of them motherfuckers, Democrat or Republican, but I thought at least Trump, by being a businessman, was gonna get, you know, the inflation that Biden, Sleepy Joe, you know, caused down. Now I'm paying damn near $5 for a gallon of fucking gas. Inflation is, come on, man. This is not it. This ain't it. And you know, when the cost of living go up, crime go the fuck up. This is why I'm telling y'all. Y'all got to stay fucking armed. I'll be right back. Y'all got to stay armed. So, you know, what I, you know, the whole point is, no matter what, keep your cool. Keep your cool, man. Hey, love you more. What up, though, OG Kicks? But anyway, rest in peace to my nephew, Juan, aka Rat. I miss your motherfucking ass, man. I remember the last time I saw you, I thought you had fucked up my trunk. You know, I had a 2005 black with the tinted windows Cadillac CTS. Motherfucking police gave my ass a citation. So I had nephew come over to get me right, put my brake, one of my tail lights had went out, brake lights or whatever. They saw the shit, gave a nigga a citation. I had nephew come over. You know how on them Cadillacs, the whole fucking, you got that third light that goes across the trunk. I said, nephew, I want that bitch fixed. I don't want to give no police the excuse to pull my black ass over. He was like, I'm going to get you right, Man, that nigga took a hot, what you call them, glue guns or whatever that shit, and I ordered some LED lights off of Amazon, man. He got that bitch open because, to buy a new one, that bitch was like $500. I ain't about to spend that kind of money. So I got the fucking LED strip. He put it in there, lined that bitch up, had the wires coming all out professional and shit. Put the motherfucker, installed that bitch on there, and he was like, hit the brake. And I can, man, that bitch lit up. He was like, you got to see this. So I got out, he got in, put his foot on the brake, and I said, damn, nephew, you got this shit professional, man. This is solid. And the last time I saw him, I thought he had fucked my shit up. Me and First Lady had went out there to Meyer, and we did some grocery shopping. On the way out, I'm trying to, pop the trunk. The motherfucking trunk is not opening. I say, God damn, I said, nephew, don't fuck some shit up. That nigga don't screw some shit up, man. So I called him right there on the spot. I said, nephew, I know it was you that was working on my trunk, with the light, with that third light on it. Now my motherfucking trunk won't open. He was like, I'll be over there. I'm like, all right, give me time to get back from, I'm all the way out here in Canton. I remember him and his fiance, his baby mom, pulled up. He was in that pickup truck, and he got out, and then it's like the motherfucking trunk magically started working. I felt so bad. Nephew came all the way, because he was off of Puritan. He stayed off of Puritan. Came all the way on my side of town for nothing. If I only knew, that would have been the last time I saw him, man. Because that shit still bothers me, man. Just fucked up how life is, how people can just be took, you know what I'm saying? And you lose your life over nothing. You lose your life over nothing, man. That's why every time when I see some shit like that on the news, it touches me personally, because that shit hit home, man. It's not a day that go by that I don't think about my nephew, but I can't even tell him rest in peace. How can I say rest in peace to him when this murderer scot free? You know what I'm saying? It was some stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? This is why when you're born into this world, you know, death is chasing us. Life is really death. Life lied on death. Life is really death. And it's like when every day brings us closer, whether you believe it or not, to our final day on this shit show. You know what I'm saying? But it won't be death that takes us. Death don't exist. It's life that's gonna get us. Something gonna happen in life while we're alive. Get it? That's gonna take us off. So really, life is really, really death. As soon as you come out your mom's, you know what? When she was a baby, when she birthed you into this world, death is chasing us, man. It's just that we can't let it be natural causes. Don't let it be at the hands of a stinking ass savage or an ain't shit dumbass nigga like the nigga that killed my nephew. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it be at the hands of that. That's why you got to, no matter what, in this world, we're, we got limitations. And that limitation, do y'all know what that limitation is? Put it in the comments if y'all know what that limitation is that we got in this world. That limitation is something called time. And time don't wait for nobody. When your time is up, your motherfucking time is up. It don't give a fuck. It don't discriminate. It's gonna take white, black, Hispanic, Asian. It don't give a fuck. It's gonna take old. It's gonna take babies. It don't give a fuck. It don't matter what age you are, how old you are, what color you are. Death don't discriminate. So we're bound by time. Time is what's gonna take us out, whether it's at the hands of a savage or natural cause. This world is dominated. We're limited, when we're in this body right here. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what it's like when you go, but one day I'll find out. I don't know when that day will be. I ain't trying to find out soon, but one day it's gonna happen. And we don't know what it's like to we don't know what it's like to not exist anymore. You feel what I'm saying? To not exist anymore. No, you're entitled to believe in whatever you want to believe in. If you want to believe there's a heaven, if you want to believe there's a hell, or both. But I'm just saying, I ain't trying to offend you. I love you. You my brother or not. I mean, you're my brother no matter what. You're my brother and I still love you. You know what I'm saying? So don't get mad at me and hate me because I might be talking against your whatever you believe in. That's your truth. That's what you choose to believe in. That's on you. Do you. Live you. Life is precious. It's only one of you. So don't give a fuck about what nobody else think or their opinion. You know what I'm saying? But we got limitations. So we don't know what it's like we can't even think it. Imagine that you never existed. You can't imagine that shit. How can you imagine something that don't exist? But you can be like, what would the world be if I was never born? Well, if you was never born, then we talking about your consciousness, right? Once when you're gone, you don't have consciousness no more. A lot of people think, oh shit, it's gonna be black. I ain't gonna be able to see. It's gonna be just blackness. Nah, because in order for you to see blackness, you got to have a conscience. So to not exist, man, if you're no longer bound by the limitations of life on this earth, and you free from time and all this time and space and all that, and it's just nothing. I guess you could kind of look at that as being kind of heavily, because you at peace. You don't even know that you don't exist no more. You don't exist no more. And people believe in what they want, but somebody that's done truly died. Tell me somebody that's done died and been gone, been dead for like 4 or 5 hours, and they come back, they just come back to life. Or they've been dead for like 2-3 days, and they stanky asses come back, because in 2 to 3 days your ass gonna be stanking, because you're gonna be rotten, funky, decomposed, and every motherfucking thing. So when you're dead, nigga, ain't no coming back. It kind of sucks that you was born into this motherfucker, born to die. I'm just being honest. born to be a motherfucking slave, and then when you retire, your ass die. That's the model of this world. We was born to be a slave. When you got to go to that 9 to 5, if your ass don't go, you're fired. How you gonna pay your bills? How you gonna pay your rent? How you gonna buy you something to eat? So you was born into this motherfucker to be a slave. You know, rich got it made. The rich got they having already on up. Because them motherfuckers buy whatever the fuck they want, and I ain't mad at them. I ain't got no hate in my heart. I congratulate them. I'm trying to figure out the blueprint to get to their level. You feel me? I never hate or be envy. Hell no, that ain't in my DNA. But life is what you make it. Hell, and the way I feel it, how I feel about it. Heaven and hell already exist. They right here, right now. It's the haves and have-nots. If you have not, man, you living in hell. You struggling. Don't know. You ain't even got $10 to your name, and your rent is next week. You got utility bills. You got life can beat the fuck out of you, and it ain't fair. But you got to look at it like this. Everybody got the same 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week. What you put into this motherfucker is what you get out. You know what I'm saying? Get it however you fucking get it. Now, I ain't telling nobody to go out there and break the law or no shit like that. I'm just saying, figure some shit out and make that shit happen. But heaven and hell already here. I'm telling you. You know, they had old Lindsey Graham funeral today. You know Lindsey Graham, the Republican nigga that used to kiss all up in Trump's ass. They laid that nigga to rest today. That nigga is just as dead. As rich as he was, he's just as dead as a homeless, broke-ass homeless nigga that's sleeping on a park bench or at the bus stop, the bench on the bus stop. Death don't give a fuck. But then again, life is death, if that makes sense. What up, though, deuces? Gun free nation, say it loud. We protect our peace, we hold this ground. Anybody come for us, already now. Cross that line, we see you straight to funky time. Detroit roller stove, past the corner store. Same crew, same code that we swore before. Eyes up, back straight, never backing down. Guard dogs, front porch, we don't play around. Tattoo on the neck, say family first. Touch you on the heart, see the heavens or the dirt. Mama in the kitchen, kids in the yard. So we keep it tucked close, live a large, stay hard. What up, though, Gun Freak Nation? Gun Freak Nation, we the best. Whole block, stand up, beat your chest. Anybody come for us, war ready now. Cross that line, we sing you straight to a funky time. Gun free nation, say it loud. We protect our peace, we hold this ground. Anybody come for us, war ready now. Cross that line, we sing you straight to a funky time. I love y'all, Gun Free Nation. I'm about to dip out of here. Hey, please support my video. Hold on. Gun free nation, we the best. Whole block, stand up, beat your chest. Anybody come for us, already now. Cross that line, we sing it straight to a funky town. Gun free nation, say it loud. We protect our peace, we hold this down. Anybody come for us, already now. Cross that line, we sing it straight to a funky town. Straight to funky town. Cross that line, we see straight to funky town. Check this video out right here, y'all. Check this motherfucker. Check this bitch out right here. Affordable, reliable gun for protection. This is going to premiere tonight at midnight. So Friday night at midnight, Friday morning at midnight. Yeah. Yeah. That shit go hot. Got Freak Nation, what it do? What y'all sipping on out there, man? Y'all sipping? Are y'all chilling and sipping? What's up? What's going on? What up, though? I want to appreciate and thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in and checking me out. You know what I'm saying? You know, do me a favor and hit that like button. Hit that sub button. I love y'all. Listen, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for giving me y'all precious time. Because we both know time is precious, man. We don't know how much time we got. You dig? Oh, I want to talk about what's up with the United States military merging with the Israeli military. I've never heard of no shit like that. But they said the bill has passed. Congress and the Senate has passed a bill merging our militaries. What does that mean? A lot of people are saying that means that if some shit ever hit the fan over in the United States and they want to turn on the civilians, and look, you know, our army ain't gonna turn on their own people. But I bet you the Israeli army might be a whole different story with them. So what does that mean? Why did we need to merge with the Israeli army? What does it mean? That, you know, are we sharing military technology with them now? I don't know. Maybe that's why we're fighting that war with Iran now, because I don't know, man.
Gun Free Nation, Savage Ready Crew. What it do? Hey, boots on the pavement. We came for a few. Yeah, we slay, stanky, booty savages all day, all day. Line them up, clear them out, make way, make way. If you saw, better move out the lane. We spray that flame. Gun Freak Nation, Savage Ready, that name, that name. Pull up deep, that's a caravan. Whole squad tighter than a rubber band. You talk big on a little gram. We talk big where the trouble at.
Appreciate y'all.
You switch sides when the heat rise.
Thank you, Hooker Cut. Thank you for the condolences for my nephew. Thank you. I appreciate that, fam. Friendly skies. I'm in Detroit, Michigan, my brother. I'm in Detroit, Michigan. My brother or my sister. It don't matter. I love you. What up, though, Ammo Star? Ammo Star, verse 6, 6300. Salute, baby. Appreciate you for coming in. Remember, you got to be your own first responder. You know what I'm saying? In a situation like that, don't rely on nobody else for protecting your precious life. You know, the minute that you do, you're gonna regret that. You're gonna regret it. You gotta remember, man, Uvalde, Texas. There's something that I would never ever forget. All those young children in that classroom and the teachers, man, all because of an ain't shit, bitch ass, demonic ass savage that wasn't happy with his life, his life situation. So you know what he do instead of offering himself, you know, he want to take his anger out on little kids at school. Kids should be protected while they're in school. They need to treat the schools like fucking banks. You notice how all these fucking banks got the best security and shit. They want to protect their money because that's all they give a fuck about. I just feel like schools should be fortified, man. And for him to do what he did to those children, all those children, and then for the cops just to sit in that hallway with their coward asses and watch and hear what was happening in that classroom. And they just raided and just don't you ever depend on no police or anybody else to come to your to rescue you. No one is coming to save you. Matter of fact, my next video gonna be titled "No One Is Coming to Save You." You're on your own. So you better do something real fast. Get a gun if you don't have one and train. And like I say, what up? I wish you could have been in the building tonight because we kind of had a nice little debate in the comment section of that video. And you was like, well, at least they go to the range, and the employee went to the range, and that don't mean a goddamn thing. What up? I don't give a fuck if he go to the range every fucking day, 365 days. It don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck because it don't matter. You going and shooting at a paper target that ain't gonna shoot back, that ain't ducking and dodging, and damn sure not gonna shoot back at you. For me, that shit is fun, and for me to test my gun's reliability. That's what I go to the range for, to test my gun's reliability and to have fun. But in the real world, that shit don't mean a motherfucking thing when somebody shooting back at you. And the person you shooting at ducking and dodging and shooting, nah. Two entirely different situations. So if you can avoid that shit, why not? So, do me a favor. Please support that video, the affordable guns. That whole video is about. It's really for the people that say, "Oh, I can't afford a gun. They're too pricey. They're too expensive." Well, you don't need to be an idiot like I was and go and buy, a gun, a pistol, a handgun at that, and pay $1,400 for it because it's made by a company called FN. How ironic is the one that the gun I got that's chambered in 5.7 by 28, the one I love the most from all those other pricier 5.7 guns is my PSA, my Palmetto State Armory Rock 5.7. That's like a fucking Glock. That bitch is striker fire, and it can hold up to 25 seeds. And that was the most, and out of all of them, it was the most inexpensive one, $300, compared to when I was paying $1,400 for that FN 5.7 MRD. Then I had the other FN 5.7, the older one. I think I paid like $860 for that one. It was used. You don't have to have all this expensive shit, man. All you need is some reliable shit that's affordable. So that's what that video is basically about. I showcase my my Dagger compact, my SAR-9, and my Rock 5.7. Those are the three, handguns that I showcase.
Stinky Savage.
But I'm out of here, man. I want y'all to have a good motherfucking Savage free night.
I warned you, we gon' freak the nation, yeah. Be swarm through, talking wild. Now you laying on the ground.
And I'm gonna see y'all later on tonight. I'm gonna figure out some type of topic. Like I say, man, it's kind of hard to do when I don't have a co-host. You know what I'm saying? When I don't have somebody I can go back and forth with, And maybe I start throwing the link up, but when I throw the link up, don't nobody pop up in this motherfucker. Don't nobody click the link. Now I get it, y'all might be. You ain't even got to turn your camera on now, so I ain't gonna say you camera shy. It's an option. You ain't got to turn your. I don't have a problem with y'all coming up in here and kicking it with me, chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? What up, though, Jarrell?
Stanky Savage, I warned you, we gon' pick the.
How was your day, brother? I hope it was Savage free.
Blackout, send you straight to Funky Town. Oh, yeah.
Another thing, man, I had a Maxim Defense Chamberlain 7.62. Rest in peace to Big L Gun Fun. I know you up in the range, up in the heaven, baby. But you really don't exist. But it just sounds good to say that. But I love you, man. Thank you for helping me out on my channel, giving me all those tips and advice on how to grow my channel. And you was the reason why I went out and bought that $2,300 Maxim Defense PDX Chamberlain 7.62 by 39 because you had one, brother. But when I got my shit, I was having issues with it, but I ain't even shoot my shit enough to it was supposed to have a break-in period, right? And I only shot that gun maybe twice. And I had that bitch for like 3 years and only shot it twice. And each time I shot it, it was like a little failure to feed. But when I had got the $400 Bear Creek Arsenal one, there was Chamberlain 7.62. No issues. No issues. No, we talking about a $2,300 Maxim Defense, but the $400 Bear Creek Arsenal in 7.62, no issues. Come on, man. You don't need to have an expensive gun when you can get a reliable, affordable one and have the fraction of the cost. Because I've had some high-end shit that costs thousands of dollars, like the BNT TP9. I hated that bitch. That was the worst trigger ever. It was a trigger that slides. It slides like it's doing the Michael Jackson moonwalk. It slid. Then it go bang. And then I was having failure to feed issues with that on top of it. So I got rid of that bitch. Then I had the GMH, the GHM compact, the grasshopper mouse. They called it that because it was supposed to it had been going up against the CZ Scorpion, which Scorpion, come on, is better. So I had bought that bitch. That bitch gave me issues too. So miss me with that bullshit when you say you got to have the top quality. You got to have a AR that shoots 500,000 rounds. Fuck that. I'm not trying to shoot 1,000 rounds out my shit, my nigga. I'm not trying to shoot 1,000 rounds out that motherfucker. All I needed to do is just go bang with a funky ass Savage, bust his ass up in my house. So I can bust his ass. So I can be a bigger Savage to him and send him to Funky Town. That's what's up. That's what's up. There's a lot of, in this day and age, with all these companies making excellent, stellar Glock clones. And they doing a better job than Glock is. They doing, what up though, Don Juan? You look like my nephew, man. You look like my fucking nephew, man. I love you, bro. Thank you, fam. Salute, man. Salute. Damn. And you know what my nephew name is? Juan. Fuck. Let me show you something, nephew.
Bring the bass down, and let the boots talk. One big stomp, then the whole block rocks. From the
man, come on, man. That's nephew right there. That's nephew right there, man. That's nephew right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Kind of look like him a little bit, man. I miss him, man. I miss you, man. Killed over some stupid, dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Killed over some stupid, dumb shit. We got to keep our head on the swivel, you hear me? We got to keep our head on that swivel, man. The savages is out there. They out there. Oh, that's what's up. Congratulations on that Glock. Congratulations on that Funky Town sentence, nephew. I wouldn't be able to rest in peace if I were him, man. It's fucked up how they did him, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, you know? God works in mysterious ways, you feel me? But anyway, man, I'm about to jump on off. And I might come back live on the other side of the studio. Because this is the bunker side. And James Walker, you told me, James Walker of the Alert Zone, that you will soon be back up in the D. And when you come back, you want to come down to the bunker and you want to live stream. Brother, that would be a dream come true. You know you can always come through. You already been here. You already been here. And I treated you to dinner at Applebee's. So, just know that, nigga, it's on you. It's your turn to treat me. It's on you this time. But yeah, man, I would love to come to the bunker, man, and you know, because when you was up here the last time and you came to the crib, you came upstairs to my personal, you know, he wanted to come in the bedroom, you know. First lady like, what that? I'm like, you know who that is. That's Brother James Walker. So he wanted to come in because he wanted to touch the bed Cause that's when I was sitting on the bed. Y'all remember that? How many of y'all fuck with me to when I was doing my videos out of my bedroom? You had niggas talking shit. You had niggas talking shit. Cheap. You got them cheap ass nightstand tables, nigga. I got them nightstand tables because I like them. God damn it! I'm not trying to impress you. You know what I'm saying? But you had a lot of niggas trying to clown. Nigga, you got all them expensive ass motherfucking guns and got them cheap ass, $10 plastic ass Home Depot stands. Well, bitch, they cost $2. And what the fuck does it matter to you? So, people, this is what I'm saying. This is why you got to keep your cool, because you got savages like that will piss you off, trying to get up under your skin. You know what I'm saying? Push all your buttons, all the wrong buttons. Instead of making you happy, they want to make you mad. You know what I'm saying? They want to make you sad. They want to make you mad. And this is why ain't nobody mad but the devil. You know what they say, misery loves company, right? So the more that motherfucker possess, the more, that's why you see on the news, on social media, all sorts of crazy shit is happening right now. Why do you think I did that video? Something weird happening, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't live through the 80s, through the crack epidemic and crime and all that shit. Nigga, what's happening today is far worse than what it was back in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. And here's the thing. I've seen on social media a lot of people that's gonna get into fights and shit. And when they get their ass whooped, or the other person is getting the better of them, the best of them, they pull out a gun and shoot. You was a punk, bitch ass coward who's afraid to take a fucking ass whooping. Why the fuck you want to pull your fucking gun and take this person's life because you losing in a fist fight? And that's what's so fucked up about this generation, man. Nobody wants to take an ass whooping. Oh, you disrespect me, I'll take your life. You disrespect me, I'll kill for my respect. That's the mentality, the fucked up mentality that this generation got right now. Where it ain't no, back in the 80s, man, look, man, you either gonna win some and you gonna lose some, but you live to see another motherfucking day. It ain't like that nowadays. People want to solve their problems with a gun. You know what I'm saying? Out of anger. Like the woman that found the 20-year-old up on her 13-year-old, her fast 13-year-old daughter's bed. She shot the nigga in the head, in the back of the head. At that. That was the execution. Well, a lot of people like, he got what he deserved. I would have did the same. You was a dumbass fool. And your ass would be locked up too. You would be locked up too. You always gotta take in consideration that when you own a firearm, you damn near got to be as cool as a motherfucking cucumber. You got to stay chill. One thing you don't want to do is have a fucking gun in your hand and you on 100. You mad, you angry. Somebody don't got to you, push the buttons, and you no longer thinking rational. And that's when you gonna fuck up and end up losing your freedom because you don't hurt somebody, or even worse, or you can end up losing your life. Because the moment that you pull that gun, you don't escalated it to the highest level. Somebody else can pull their gun that ain't got shit to do with what you got going on. and they can shoot and kill you and say I shot him because I was in fear that he was about to take someone's life, and then get away with it scot free. Scot free. When my nephew pulled his gun and dropped it to the side at the low ready, looking at the video, his motherfucking finger wasn't even on the trigger. He ain't even had one. When we spoke about firearms and he had just got his CPL, his concealed carry license, he said he was uncomfortable carrying one in the head. So I doubt if one was even in the head, but he was wrong. He should have never pulled that fucking gun. He shouldn't have failed for they baited him when they was like, don't pull it, don't pull it, don't pull it. So when he took it as, hey man, you trying to punk me? Let me pull my shit to show you, motherfucker. I ain't scared of you. But nephew wasn't being savage ready. He wasn't being strategic. He ain't even noticed the motherfucker ducked off to the side with his hands in the pocket. He ain't even know that was the nigga's brother. But they baited him. What the fuck you think? If you tell somebody you and they shit at their event and you telling them don't pull their gun, nephew, you done fucked up. How in the fuck did they know you had a gun in the first place? But if they telling you, nephew should have automatically knew, well, shit, somebody else is involved other than him. And he shouldn't have pulled that motherfucker at all. And another thing I'm disappointed in him is he was so fucking mad at them. He ain't even have, or intoxicated, he ain't even have the wherewithal to go get fucking backup. It was people on this side of the family that had guns. He ain't even go get them and be like, hey, man, there's some niggas in there, tripping out. They wilding out. Come have my back. I bet you that nigga wouldn't have pulled that gun in. I bet you he wouldn't have pulled that gun in and shot my nephew. The thing of it is, if I would have been there, I would have just grabbed my nephew, big ass bear hug. Nigga, come on, we going outside, nigga. Get some fresh air. Fuck them niggas. They ain't shit. Fuck them. Why you letting them get to you? Why you letting them get under your skin like that? I know they at y'all event, but still, this shit ain't, hey, this is for the birds, nephew. And whatever the fuck you do, don't pull that gun. Cause I guarantee you, if I would have been there, I would have peeped that shit. Oh, this nigga got a gun. I would have already peeped that shit. When you're drinking and you're smoking, it throws your judgment off. It throws your reactions, your reflexes. I saw pictures of my nephew after he was shot. He was still standing. He didn't just go down. He walked around for a minute. And somebody took pictures, and that was one of the pictures I couldn't even look at because he just looked sad. He knew he was dying. He knew he was dying. He was still standing, but he had a look of shock, horror, and sad, like he wanted to cry. All at the same time. That picture, I couldn't even look at it. It fucked me up. And he collapsed and he died in his mom's arms. You know what I'm saying? They tried to, do CPR on him, but man, he took 7 to the chest, all in the heart and in the lungs. Whoever this motherfucker the nigga that died, the nigga was a good shot. And it was kind of up close, but he was a good shot because he got him center mass. It was just a fucked up situation. And for him to get off scot-free because the prosecutor was like, well, your son, your nephew, because they was talking to the mom. Your son pulled his gun first. So I'm here to tell y'all right now, man. If y'all ever find yourself in a heated altercation, encounter with the savage or one of these hotheads, don't ever pull your gun out of anger. Because at the moment that you do that, and you're not going to shoot anybody, the other person, if they got one, or somebody with them that got one, or somebody that ain't got shit to do with it, that just want to be a hero, they can shoot you and get away with it. If you got stand your ground in your state, they can kill you and walk scot free. So I hate that my nephew let the motherfuckers get to him. They baited him. When they didn't leave, when they was told to leave, because my nephew felt disrespected. He didn't purposely spill a drink or reach over the bitch that you was with, but you came at him in a disrespectful manner, and he told y'all to get the fuck on. So when you didn't leave, you could have just left, but you didn't leave, and instead you egged it on by staring them down and saying, "Don't pull it, don't pull that gun, don't pull it." I saw the fucking video. This motherfucker had on a fucking bebop, leather fucking pants. The nigga that killed my nephew was his brother. He had on like a gold dress shirt, like a silk gold shirt, matching pants. His hands was in his pocket. Nigga had on shades, and he was a dark skinned motherfucker, black as my t-shirt, and he had two braids. And he didn't let my nephew know that that was his brother. He was distancing himself but being strategic. And they already had formulated in his mind. He had already made it up that if my nephew pulled that gun, he was gonna kill him. He already had it made up in his mind. Instead of him getting his dumbass brother who started the shit and just grabbing him and be like, "Man, let's get the fuck on," he stood there and was watching my nephew. When my nephew pulled that gun, he said, "No, do something, motherfucker." Not even 2 seconds went by when just gunfire. And the person that was filming was his mom. She was just, you know how you film and you walking through like a little cabaret or whatever, and you just filming. And here's the crazy thing about it, man. This is why I don't like shit. I don't like going to places like that. The music was so goddamn loud that if you wasn't looking, you wouldn't even knew what was going on. So she was walking through the cabaret. This is the footage that I saw that his mom showed me on her laptop. She was walking through the hall, and the music loud as fuck. There had to be at least 100 to 200 people in that motherfucking hall. And all of a sudden, she comes across her boyfriend, her man, her children's father, right? And you can clearly see that some type of hostile altercation is occurring. And it's people on both sides trying to calm each other down. The camera then pans against the assholes that took his life, and he was looking at my nephew's race. He's looking at his race, because I know that's where he knew he had the gun. And he was smiling at him like, "Don't do it. Don't pull it. Don't pull your gun." He was like that. Don't do it. And I know the type of dude that my nephew is. He gonna take that as you trying to punk him. He gonna pull it just to prove a point that he can pull it because you told him not to pull it. That didn't mean he was gonna shoot you, but you had this bitch ass brother over there watching. And I'm pretty sure he heard it, but then again, I don't know. The music was fucking loud. And if you was just 2 feet away, you wouldn't know what the fuck was going on because it was so fucking crowded. And the camera then pans back to my nephew, and by that time he got the gun in his hand. Finger ain't even on the trigger. He dropped it to his side and he was like, you know, "What you gonna do?" And then not even that, man, 2 seconds go, you just hear rapid gunfire. And as usual, you hear screaming, you see people, hollering and running because the girlfriend dropped the phone. And but somebody got the actual footage because I saw those pictures, man. You could see when he was going down when the bullet first, hit him. And it's just this shit Over what? The only regret I regret, nephew, let the motherfuckers get to him and get him out of character like that, man. I just wish you would have walked away. No, that building is still there, but you not here. What you lose your life for, man? Why would you go out like that? You didn't know them niggas was gonna be that fucking evil and take your life. I saw the shock on your face that you was shot. I saw the picture. You didn't know that they was gonna do that shit. And the crazy thing is, I try to be fair and I try to look at things from both perspectives. And I can honestly tell you that, you know, if somebody put a gun on one of my loved ones, especially my son or anybody else, one of my brothers or something, and I got a gun on me, I got seconds to think that, what if he killed my brother and I had a gun on me and I could have saved my brother's life? So I got to be fair and say I probably would have done, more than likely would have did the same thing. However, what separates me from you is that I would have did everything in my power to be like, hey, bro, they told us we're not welcome here no more. Let's go. Let's get the fuck on. And then when they got to point B. So all that sob talking and calling my niece up, which was his sister, and apologizing and shit, missed me with the bullshit, nigga. Because you could have just simply, and I know it happened real fast, but you knew your brother was having a altercation. That's why you had your hands in your pocket. You could have just simply said, man, let's get the fuck on. You didn't have to kill him, man. You didn't have to, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. And I ain't even mean to be personal like this tonight on the live, y'all. This shit is personal. And this is why I don't want nobody else to feel the hurt and pain of losing someone, you know, near and dear to you, to senseless violence. You know, it affects me. Every time I hear about somebody else, that shit, it just reopens, is, you know, his losing them. You know what I'm saying? It's something. When you lose somebody that you love, you ain't gonna never get over it. You never ever. To get over it mean you didn't love that person. You didn't care about that person. You didn't give a shit. So if you really love them, you ain't gonna never get over it. You get through it, but you will never get over it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want nobody in here watching this for their life to end over some nothingness, over some foolish, some dumb shit. Because right now people are willing to kill and are killing over the most stupid, dumbest shit ever. Never in the history of time I feel like this has been this fucking dangerous. Where people literally killing each other over nothing. Car accidents, road rage. Oh, you looked at me the wrong way. Or you didn't speak to me. Or I don't like the way you spoke to me. Or you hit on my sister. You know, you got to pump your brakes, man, and think ahead of time. And always think what could happen if shit go left. You feel me? But anyway, I'm out this bitch, man. I'll see y'all later tonight. And please support my video, affordable, reliable guns for your protection. That will be, shit, I think it's tonight at midnight. Later tonight at midnight. It'll be premiering. You know. But anyway, you're right, Mr. 5-7. But you know, everything, man, I think about that night. I remember about 5-6 hours earlier, my nieces came over. They wanted to borrow some money. You know, I'll be looking out for them and loaning them money. Sometimes I give it to them. And when you keep coming back, then it's got to be a loan. You got to pay it back. I remember they came over and both of them borrowed some money from me. And one of them asked that my other niece, you wanted to know, did I have a backdrop? I said, what they need a backdrop for? That's, for my that's for my green screen. And she was like, well, they need it for a party. They want to have the stand. They just need the stand. And for whatever reason, I didn't give it to them because I felt like I wasn't going to get the motherfucker back. So I'm like, hell no. But I didn't know that she was having the party that night. Because when they came over, that was September 31st. How many days in September? It was the last day of September. They came over, but I didn't know that they was having that party later that night. Me and the First Lady, we chilling in our bed. I'm watching TV. She's on the phone with her best friend of 30 years who passed away on May 4th. First Lady still going through it. That's her childhood friend. And she, epilepsy. She had attack and she passed away on May 4th, 10 days before, First Lady's, Valerie's, birthday. So, but anyway, we was chilling. She was on the phone with her best friend and I get a phone call and I'm like, oh shit, that's my niece, man. Shit, they trying to borrow me more money. Let me ignore it, which was wrong on my part because it could have been an emergency. So when they called again, I said, I better answer that. Yeah, First Lady was like, yeah, you better answer that. And I remember my niece, Pumpkin, Candy, that's her real name, Candy. She was like, Ron, he got killed. It was just like that. He got killed at Missy's birthday, his sister's birthday, at Missy's birthday party. A nigga shot him. And I just dropped the phone in shock and just, total disbelief, man. And I remember getting out of the bed and I remember walking to the dresser on the other side of the room and just taking my fist and just like smashing it into the wall. And I was just in, so hurt and disbelief. And I was just wondering how in the fuck did it happen? How did he let somebody get the drop on him like that? And I figured out, I was like, it couldn't have been the nigga he was having words with. It had to have been somebody else that the nigga was with that done it. And come to find out, it was the nigga's brother, But I blame, a lot of the blame was on his friend for inviting them motherfuckers because at one point, my nephew got to know the nigga because his mama, which is my sister-in-law, took in his mother and his friend, took them in, and they was living with him for like, I guess a year, might have been years. And they had got so close that my nephew was calling that dude his brother. Nephew found out that he was in his girlfriend's DM trying to holler at her on the low key. So they fell out over that shit and hadn't spoken in a minute. And just when they was about to rekindle things, my nephew invited the nigga to his sister's, my niece, birthday party, cabaret style, right? So while he was there, he was like, well, I got some homies, some of my homeboys is about to come and they bringing some girls with them. And I guess they was like, all right, let them come. I kind of blame my niece because she didn't have nobody doing security with no doors or nothing like. See, my thing is, when they murdered my nephew, them motherfuckers shouldn't have, if they was hell bent on that shit, wasn't no way in hell they should have made it out of that motherfucking hall. They shouldn't have made it out of there. It was a lot of bitch ass niggas there that night that didn't have my nephews back. I would have died for my nephew. I would have took a bullet for my nephew. I would have did everything in my power to de-escalate it. But if they was on that type of time, you think I'm gonna just sit back and watch somebody murder my nephew, gun him down, and I'm not gonna react and respond to that, that motherfucker would be dead. And if any of them other motherfuckers that was with him had guns, then I probably would be dead too. But at least I got the motherfucker that took my nephew out. But the whole point of it is, all this shit was triggered by my nephew. They played a dangerous game of brinksmanship that night. And they baited him, and he fell for it, and he paid for that mistake with his life. So if you ever in a situation where you're having a heated argument with somebody and they telling you don't pull your gun, then you already know it's some bullshit in the game. Somebody with them got a gun and they got their back. And they waiting on you to pull your fucking gun because they know they can claim self-defense. Hell, it was a nigga like a year or two that killed 2 niggas and got away with it, man. And one of the niggas he killed didn't have shit to do. He was a party promoter. He was simply just trying to break the fight up. And oh my God, people die over the most stupidest shit. This happened over a fucking parking space. It was at the Eastern Market. And they got into it, and one of the dudes pulled a gun, cocked it back, racked it back, and was walking around with the gun to his side. The nigga that they was into it with jumped up on the platform. He was like, come here, come here. He walked up to him, stupid enough to walk up to him with the gun in his hand to the side, and they had words. And then all of a sudden, the nigga that was sitting up on the platform that was reached in his waistband, pulled his fucking gun, put it to his head, pulled the trigger. And then at the same time, the party promoter, and this guy was famous in the city of Detroit. He was well known. He was a party promoter and a dancer. He was known for his dancing. He was trying to break it up. It was at a Detroit Lions tailgate. They was tailgating at the Eastern Market. So at the time, he was trying to break it up. So this dumbass, instead of using hollow points in his gun, he had full metals. It went through the dude that had the gun in his hand to the side. It went through his head and entered the party promoter's head and killed both of them. They didn't even charge him for the innocent guy being killed. They didn't even charge him for being irresponsible by having fucking full metals, because a hollow point wouldn't have done that. And here's the fucked up part. Here's the irony of it all. If the guy with the young dude that pulled the gun in the first place and racked it back, they said that if he would have lived, he would have been charged with the murder of the innocent man. Ain't that a bitch? All because he was the one that kicked all this shit off by pulling that gun. I'm telling you right now, don't you ever pull your gun unless you intend to use it. And it better be in a situation where you feel like you're about to lose your life, or great bodily harm is coming to your life. That's the only justification you have. You don't never pull it out of anger because you're mad and you're trying to intimidate somebody or flex or whatever, like the crazy woman at that Walmart parking lot that killed that veteran. But at the same time, you had 2 high heads. You had the woman jumping out the fucking car with the gun already in her hand, and then you had the veteran walking up, and she pretty much Kyle Rittenhouse his ass. You don't never walk up on somebody that got a fucking gun, man. That's not the smartest thing to do. Because if you walking up on me and I got a gun, then you crazy enough to walk up on me and you clearly see this gun in my hand, then you are crazy enough to try to disarm me and take my weapon, and you're crazy enough to kill me with my own gun. And I refuse to let that happen. I refuse to wait and see what you're going to do once you got my gun. I refuse to gamble with my life. So if I see you walking up on me and I don't told you and warned you what I'm going to do, if you take another step, then I ain't got no choice but to put you down. Thank you for that coin. I appreciate that. Oh, baby. Thank you. Thank you. My baby saying that coin. Thank you, baby. Thank you. How can I highlight this? Can I highlight this? Okay, it's already on the screen. Thank you, baby. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Don't worry if you're watching this, I'm about to come up and we're gonna do the after show. Okay? Have the tequila ready. All right. But anyway, Gun Freak Nation, I love y'all, man. I'm telling you, my nephew should be here. And everything that can go wrong that night went wrong that night. And I wish, 9 out of 10, if I would have knew that it was taking place that night, I would have went just to get First Lady out the fucking house. Hell, I need to be out the house. And I would have had my gun on me. But if I would have saw that shit going down, I'm gonna tell you this: I wouldn't have let it get to that far. I wouldn't have let it get to the point where my nephew felt like he had to pull his gun. I would have slapped the shit out of him, respectfully, slapped him on the back of the head or something. Be like, "Get your ass on out. Let's go get some fresh air. Calm the fuck down. This shit is so not worth it, man. That nigga, them niggas in there is beneath you." When you got motherfuckers that's so easily, ready to resort to deadly violence, they ain't shit. They ain't shit. But all I'm telling you that if they was hell bent on that shit, if I would have been there, I might not be here now. But I'm not gonna, watch somebody gun my nephew down and not do shit about it. And I got at that time I had the Glock 23, that 40, with the civil defense. That would have lit that motherfucker up. It would have lit his ass up. And I probably would have got red up too. But, it is what it is. Nephew kicked that shit off. He fucked up and pulled that gun. And he had been drinking, smoking weed, all that bullshit, man. You can't do that shit. It's going to throw your judgment off. I promise you that. You're going to do something stupid. But nephew, know this. I love you. And one day you will have justice. But I love you. And I cry every time I go over and stand over your grave, Because I know you don't supposed to be in that motherfucker. You supposed to be right here, man. 32 years old, man. And you got, they leaving younger than that. Younger than that. Death don't discriminate, man. It don't. But I want to thank y'all for giving me your precious time, man. Because, time is all we got, and we don't know how much we got left. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. So thank you. Thank you for loving me, and I love you. Gun Freak Nation, salute. I'm out this bitch. Y'all stay armed. Stay responsible with your firearms. You hear me? Stay righteous, and you know the rest of it. Send that stank ass Savage to Funky Town. I love y'all.